Detox your way to success. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Healing into Femininity. Today, we are streaming or sharing from a different venue. I'm traveling for a wedding, and I just arrived in the hotel. And yeah, since I want to stay committed to sharing, I'm here and I want to talk about detoxing your way to success. I am all about health, physical health, cell health, nervous system health, heart health, everything health, mental health, emotional health, financial health, physical health, because health is life. Health is the most important thing in this life. And I 100% believe that detoxing your way to success is the way. And my personal journey has also been like when I intentionally decided to be someone or to use my life in service for a greater good. It all started with health. So my initial my initial my initial personal trigger was looking around me and seeing like where do people need health, and also including my own interest in health, because I've always, of course, I always, as every girl probably, we want to be beautiful, we want to be healthy, and I've always been very health focused, like not doing a crash diet or anything, but actually knowing what to do in order to sustain and maintain health. So I believe in detoxing, and detoxing, making it easy, because I think that once you eliminate all the bad bacteria, and I like to always use it as a, let's say, I like to use it as a analogy for all things you have to first detox yourself of. So detoxing yourself from the sugar addiction, from the gluten addiction, from the processed meat or processed food addiction, like, yeah, sugar, too much salt, dairy products. I'm not against things, like I am no longer very dogmatic about my food, but what I want to say is that I 100% believe in the more organic food is, of course, the better. The less processed food is the better. What comes from the soil, what is natural, and even some things that we consider natural are highly contaminated in this world that we live in now, like genetically modified foods, even fruits and vegetables. So we really have to take care of the quality that we ingest. Just like fish. Like, I am not 100% against fish. I think for some people it might be good, but we have to take into consideration that most of the waters are highly contaminated with like heavy metals and things like that. The same thing goes for meat. I'm not 100% against eating meat, but we have to take into consideration that most of the meats that we eat are like very low quality, highly like pumped up with antibiotics and things like that. So it is all about nuance. It's about natural foods, as natural as possible, as unprocessed or unchanged from its originality as possible. So with that being said, this is the little food recommendation, and also going deeper a little bit into, like, yeah, the gut microbiome and how important it is to have healthy bacteria in the gut, which is the number one thing I suggest if you detox. Like, detox your gut microbiome, detox your gut bacteria, so your gut can be transformed. So once you eliminate or you harmonize the healthy bacteria in your gut or like creating a harmony or more of a dominance of the positive bacteria in your gut, this is the starting point for you having effortless health, because you're no longer craving, you're no longer addicted to sugar. You don't have to fight the cravings, right? So many people probably, they fight with cravings, and they have to like discipline themselves heavy to not eat certain foods. Like, I personally don't really have that, because I don't crave foods like that. I eat today, at this point, I almost eat everything again. Like, sometimes when I want to eat ice cream, I do eat ice cream. When I want to eat meat, I do eat meat. But I don't have a craving. In very, very rare occasions, I also eat gluten, but very, very, very rare. I ate like an ice cream cone the other day, which is not good. I just want to create a baseline of health. Like, I subscribe to all of the health foods and really eliminating foods that are really, really damaging to your gut. And one of the foods is definitely sugar, and definitely gluten. Gluten and sugar, I would say, are the most harmful things to the overall system, especially to the gut. Like, gluten is so sticky, and it can't really be digested by our gut. So it takes a long time, I think maybe up to 3 weeks or even longer, for the gut to fully digest gluten, or to eliminate it, like to flush it back out. And if gluten stays in the gut and it sticks at the walls of the gut, this creates like this the soil for creating unhealthy bacteria in the gut. And also, it can get so toxic, so acidic, that actually the gluten will burn holes into the walls of the gut, which is then called the leaky gut syndrome. And many people these days have leaky gut syndrome. And what does the leaky gut do? That means that the gut has holes. Imagine that. Like, your gut as an organ has holes. Like, imagine how acidic the environment has to be, and how bad gluten is for the gut. It's so acidic that it burns a hole into the wall of your gut. And through the hole in the gut wall, undigested particles of foods get into your bloodstream, into other systems of the body, because there's no wall to separate it, right? And with that, this is where, I don't know how you call it, but like other in your bloodstream there, I forgot the name, I'm sorry. I'm just allowing myself to just free talk, so I don't always have it like prepared or researched on like at the top of my head. But like the like, let's say something enters your bloodstream, and your body is so intelligent that it will create and like little soldiers that are going to fight what doesn't belong into the bloodstream, or what doesn't belong to this particular environment. And with that, the body is continuing to create like these little defense particles that are fighting against particles that entered the bloodstream, which weren't supposed to enter the bloodstream. So this, at the end of the process, creates autoimmune diseases like Hashimoto and other autoimmune diseases. What does autoimmune mean? Disease is when the system, your own system, starts to fight against itself, because the body gets so confused with these undigested particles of food and things like that leaving the gut, entering the bloodstream, and then the body overreacts with these defense particles, and then the body can't really recognize like who's actually my enemy, like which particles are the enemy and which are not. So this is where the body starts fighting itself. So with that being said, look how deep it goes. Like, I didn't do it too properly, but like in general, this is how it goes. So that means ingesting gluten and sugar and highly acidic food, like processed food, breads, sugars, also meats. Like, I some people say they're on the healthy meat diet, like this whole only meat thing. Maybe, I don't know, but it depends on how your gut um digests acidic food. So your gut has to be, or that's like the optimal level, to be in a more basic, or what is it, alkaline. That's the English word. Like in German we say like base, but the alkaline state. And an alkaline is more of a harmonious and healthy milieu, like a culture in the gut. And that's why food is the number one thing. Because if you imagine that what is going on in your gut when you eat those foods that you're highly addicted to, which are, as said, like highly, yeah, fast food, pizza, burgers, like all this white bread and white sugars. Like, this is not it. And this will create a very highly acidic milieu in your body. And what does it mean when your body, on a deep cellular level inside of you, starts your body is suffering. Your body is constantly using its energy to defend itself, to stay alive. So many people are suffering from like fatigue. Like, it's also called like the fatigue syndrome, like being so tired all the time, being energyless and being so tired. And yeah, why? Because your body, as a field, as a battlefield, let's call it, yeah, your body is constantly fighting off the toxins, fighting off all the toxins. And it's not only from the food that we eat. Imagine like this war is going on in your gut, like this war of trying, like your body is always trying to survive. Your body is highly intelligent because your body is part of nature, and nature is highly intelligent. And but we, as a programmed mind, we as a programmed people, yeah, programmed by capitalist consumerism and all of the industries, the big industries, food industry, pharma industry, and so on, we think the newest thing is the best, like blue gummies and processed food and things like that. That is the best. So we are eating all these foods that are killing us, and our body is constantly fighting against the food that we have ingested. So your body is taking up all the energy to rid yourself, to create a homeostasis, to create balance inside your body. And your body is taking all the energy to do that. So if you're constantly putting like death in your body, constantly putting disease in your body, and your body is fighting it, where is the energy going? Into the fight, right? And this is that's only the fight that goes on in the gut. And the gut is, I don't know how long, but the gut is very long. Like, if you like take it out of the body, and if you put it in a linear path, the gut is very long. So the gut is probably the biggest organ, I think. And so when there's war in the gut, all of your energy, most of your energy is already being taken to eliminate the toxins in your gut. That makes sense, right? So this is very important to understand, that we have to help our body to, instead of using the energy to just keep it baseline, we want to use food to nourish our body, or to help our body eliminate the waste, or to help our body to be nourished on a cellular level. Because let alone that the body is using all its energy to actually fight against the intruders. With a leaky gut or an unhealthy gut, acidic gut, your gut can't even take, like, split the micronutrients and ingest the healthy nutrients and vitamins and minerals and macronutrients. It can't even digest those nutrients in order to create new energy, because the cells of our body need the energy that the gut digests. You understand? So the gut needs to break down the foods into all its, like, usable particles and extract the energy, the minerals and the life force energy inside of the food, like magnesium and zinc and iron and all of these things. And also, and if we want to go deeper into self food, also the life force energy, for example, of a plant, right? The plant doesn't only have those so-called minerals, which is very important, but there are also, like, secondary complements to food, like the color, or the photosynthesis, residuals inside the plant, like we say, like chlorophyll has almost the same structural and chemical makeup as our blood. There's only one particle in chlorophyll that is different from our blood. I think in chlorophyll it's in our blood it's iron, and in chlorophyll it is some other like other compartment, or like other micronutrient, other chemical, like natural element. So we're also ingesting those things. We're ingesting light. That's also like light food, light body. If you're talking about spirituality, that's why spirituality is not only this, like, woo thing that has nothing to do with the physical reality, but it actually goes. There's a intersection, of course. I mean, it's normal, but of course I want to break it down. I mean, there's an intersection between the physical world and the spiritual world, which is the materialization of light, right? So there's light in food that gives our cells energy and all of that. So this is where we want to go towards, right? We don't only want to, like, help our bodies to not constantly fight against ourselves, like the body fighting against itself because it's so confused by all the disinformation, because that's what it is. Like, all of the processed food is disinformation to the body, and the body is, like, totally confused. It's like, what's going on here? Like, I can't detect those particles that are being ingested into my system. So what am I going to do with it? Another thing that the body does, like, for all my babes who want to lose weight or lose fat, what the body does when it digests too many toxins, and it doesn't really know what to do with those toxins because it's constantly overwhelmed. It doesn't have enough support on the energy side, on the positive side, on the health side. So your body is breaking down. Like, your body is moving towards a burnout in terms of not having enough energy in order to do all the work with all the toxins that you are ingesting and exposing your body to, right? So what the body does, because it doesn't have the stuff, let's call it, like, the energy that your body would need is like the HR, like the people, the staff members on the team. And if there is not enough staff, there will be work that will be undone. And this is what happens in the gut and in the system if you don't have enough nutrients in order to let your system, your organization, run properly. So not only does your body doesn't have enough energy to actually do all the work, but then you're overwhelming your body with constantly ingesting more and more more and more toxins that your body wants to eliminate naturally, because your body is always working for you, always seeking balance, always seeking homeostasis, always seeking health. So what we want to do is we want to eliminate the toxins. We want to eliminate the oxidants, right? Like all of the let's say just negative things, to keep it simple, and to help our bodies to actually have more healthy staff on board than work to be done, so everybody can have a regulated and a healthy work life, right? So this is what we're doing with food to our body, let alone all the different other stressors we are giving to our body. Like just breathing air in the city will give you a lot of oxidation, right? A lot of toxicity in the air. Also electromagnetic toxic, right? Using our phones all the time. So I'm not saying to, like, I'm a city girl, I live in the city, I use electronics, but it's important to know that all these things are stressors to our system, and our cells are constantly working to keep the balance, to keep us alive. So the more you eliminate, and that's the topic of the video, the more you detox from polluted air, from processed food, from of course other things like smoking and drinking, like, which are heavy toxins for the body, and also like really stocking up on healthy micronutrients, right? We want to eliminate stress in terms of getting stressed through people, or if you can, like, eliminating people who give you stress, if you can, and also just rearranging your relationship to stress, all kinds of stress, right? Many people are stressed because of money, because of survival. Also, educating yourself is also stacking up on the stuff that will help you to create balance. So I don't want to go into that topic too much. Like today, we're talking about gut health and cellular health. So, but it's about creating a healthy environment overall. So, because stress is the number one factor that will help us break down. Like, I don't know how to say it, that will make us break down. So if you want to start, we want to start at the core, and I highly recommend starting at the core and really detoxing your gut, like really creating gut health for yourself. And how you can do that, like step 1, 2, 3. I would personally, I am a certified nutritionist, so I would personally really go on a full regimen. If you're interested in it, you can contact me. Like that's what I'm specialized in, to have a like gut redo, gut remake. I don't know how it's called in English, but it's like a 100, like a 360 degrees a change, to give more good bacteria to your healthy gut bacteria, or to give nutrients to the healthy gut bacteria so they can become more and starve out the toxic gut bacteria. So this is a thing. So again, to kind of sum it up, like what depletes our energy, probably most of the time we don't know where it comes from. It comes from our gut health, because as I said, our body loves us, our cells loves us, nature loves us. Our body is nature. Our body is higher intelligence. Our body is wisdom. And our body is constantly seeking for life. It wants to help us survive and live. So our body will do everything to keep us alive. And if we don't give our body what it needs to help us maintain life, the toxins will overtake, and this is what creates stress, and it will take up all your energy. So if you, all of your energy, just because of your digestion, yeah, and your bad food ingestion, it takes up all the energy, and this makes you slow. It slows you down. You can't properly think anymore. You can't really, like, all the energy is allocated to simply staying alive. It's literally a war zone in your gut. It's survival. Your survival mode is in your gut, right? Your body is constantly fighting to stay alive. So we want to help ourselves to get more energy instead of just fighting and wasting energy in fighting, like just like we know with people, right? Most of the time it's a waste of energy to fight. What we have to do is to level up and to focus on health and to take the necessary procedures in order to set ourselves up on a healthy foundation from which we can create from health, from a set point of health, and then go up, right, to spiral up into more energy. So you if you stop, like if your gut microbiome, like if your gut health is in a healthy state, you will have more energy. You will have more energy to think, to feel, to be creative, and to work out and to level up, so quote unquote. So it all starts with your gut. It all starts with the food you're stopping to eat. Again, detoxing is the number one thing. And I would definitely always start with sugar. Yeah, to eliminate sugar and to eliminate gluten for sure. Like this is definitely number one. And like starches in general, starches, you can find starches also, yeah, in all, like carbohydrates, food that are carbohydrates, but you can also find starches in more or less amounts in vegetables. Yeah, there are some vegetables like potatoes are full of starch, even peas are starches. Yeah, of course, oats are, there's starch there. Even in carrots, there's starch. Like everything that actually has a more of a robust, more of a thick, of a like crunchy consistency. This is most of the time it contains a bit to quite a bit starch. So this is what we just want to know, like informed decisions are always good decisions. You don't have to eliminate everything at once. Maybe yes, it's a general information I'm giving you, but yeah, if you are interested, you go to your local doctor and check your gut health. If they do something like that, probably not, because most regular doctors don't do that. But check your gut health. If you already have some kind of like gluten intolerance, I don't know if that's the word in English, but if you are, yeah, you can't eat gluten, or maybe you can't eat lactose, like dairy products. It's first of all because we're consuming too much, but most probably it's because your gut is already totally dying, probably out of, like, coming from a leaky gut. Yeah, coming from a leaky gut, because all of the toxins, all of the dairy, all of the gluten has already burned holes into the walls of your gut. So this is what happens. So I would always highly recommend to check your gut health and to work on your gut health with healthy gut bacteria. With healthy gut bacteria, and to eliminate food, eliminate starches, eliminate sugar, and also eliminate meat. I would do that as well for a while, definitely. Yeah, this is just, yeah, coming from the top of my mind. So yeah, detox your way to the life you love. Start with detoxing your body. Of course, it continues with detoxing your heart and your mind, and of course your life from toxic people, places, and things, toxic food, toxic content, toxic everything, toxic aromas in the house. Oh my God, we could do a whole series on that too. Toxic cosmetic products, toxic like plastic products inside the house. Like, we can eliminate so many toxins if we are aware, if we are if we are aware, if we know, if we are knowledge, like if we are enlightened to the things that actually harm us. There's so many things that actually harm us. That's why I'm saying it's good to be aware. You don't have to start throwing out everything, like all the people, all the things, all the, like, this environment is inherently toxic. We have to understand that, and then we can educate ourselves on thinking about, okay, what can I eliminate, what can I actually do, like what can I eliminate from my diet, from my house, from the electro smog that I am being contaminated by every day, and then just build up more and more strength through creating healthy habits, healthy foods, healthy habits, healthy environments, healthy relationships, doing both at the same time, but always start with detoxing, because it doesn't make sense to start putting in healthy things in a toxic soil, in a toxic environment. Okay, these are just my little 2 pieces on that topic, just wanting to share and wanting to share and continuing to share, coming from love. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna sleep now. I have been traveling today. As I said, I have just arrived in the hotel. Maybe you want to look around and see a little bit how it looks. Nice. Here's the window. That's the hotel room. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna keep you posted on this weekend. I'm gonna make another video probably tomorrow, and I'll see you. And until then, take care.